Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. This is a quick tutorial on how to download PDFs to our computer so that we can open them and write on them and type on them, and kind of use that as a tool for us to help our learning. So what we're going to do is first is hopefully you're in your meeting, and what we're going to do first is click on the chat bubble, open up our chat on the right. It says show conversation, so I click on that. And you should see the chat over here. Hopefully your teacher or other East Hill staff member has posted the file into the chat. It'll look kind of like this. If you hover over it, it'll show you the actual name of the file. So this one's phonics for reading 3 SB1. There's kind of a lot of things in there. This symbol right here is the PDF symbol basically. So that shows you, hey, this is going to be a PDF that we're going to be able to download. And so what we're going to do next is click on the 3 dots. If you hover over that, it says more attachment options. Click on that. It gives you 2 options. You either open it online or download. Opening online can be convenient because it just opens it up in a web browser and it's just right there. The only problem with that is if you make any edits, or it might not even let you make edits because it doesn't have as many tools in it. So what I'm going to do is instead download it to my computer. So then it's always on my computer and I can save it and kind of add things to it, whether I want to write on it or type on it or that kind of thing. So what you're going to do is this download, which has the arrow pointing down to a straight line. Click on that. You'll notice down here there it said downloading in purple, and then eventually it says downloaded, which means we're good to go. The next step is I'm going to come over here to my folder, which is down here. If you don't have it on your tool or taskbar, that's okay. You can also click on the start menu down here in the bottom left, and then click on this documents, and it'll open up the folder as well. I'm going to do my shortcut down here though, so I click on that, and then I'm going to look on the left hand side here where it says downloads, and that's the downloads. It has the blue arrow pointing down. I'm going to click on that. That's where my computer saves any kind of files I download from Teams. And yours should too, unless you change that. And so I'm going to see, oh, my file did download. Awesome. We got phonics for reading right there. So I'm going to do is lower out of all my other windows, and I'm just going to put it right on my desktop to kind of keep it simple. You can also put it other places on your computer. You just want to make sure you know exactly where you put it so you can always quickly go back and find it. So I'm going to do is click on the phonics for reading PDF, and I'm going to, while still holding the click, I'm going to drag it over. You'll notice now it's on the desktop, and now we're good to go, which is awesome. So now I'm going to click out the X there, and I'm going to double click on the phonics for reading PDF, and here we go. We got our nice book in virtual format that you'll probably be using to work along with your teacher. And one thing, likely that especially the first time you've opened this program, it's a smaller little box is going to pop up, which is going to have you sign into your student email, basically kind of to attach it to your account. And so what you're going to want to do is type in your SN. So you literally type in the letters SN and your 6-digit student number, and then you do the @ symbol, and then you type in Kent with it, which is KENT, and period, and K12 period, then WA period, and then US period. And I can actually type this right here. So I'll type in SN. This isn't where you type it in, but just so you can see a visual of it. I'm just going to type in some random numbers. Kent K12.wa.us. That'll be kind of the format. Again, you don't type it right here because this is how you search for tools, which I'm going to use here in a second. But it'll be a little box that kind of pops up in the middle that you just type it in, and it might have you type your password in. It might not, but once you have it signed in, yours will be kind of over here like mine is, with like a blue circle that shows that you're signed in and good to go. Now that we are in and we're ready to roll, I'm going to do is type in the search tools over here on the right hand side. I'm going to type in draw. This is going to allow me to write on the actual PDF, the actual file. And so you'll see a bunch of options that just popped up. If you want to draw, you click on the pencil that's already chosen. And then if you want to choose a color, let's see, I'm just going to do black just so you can see it. And you can also choose the thickness of your pen or pencil, virtual pencil. So let's say maybe 4. So now look at this. I can write on my screen, you would want to use it for, though, is if you're working with your teacher. Let me see if I can go get down to a lesson real fast. So why do we have to eat soft food when we are little? We have to eat soft food because we have no, and I'm going to guess it is, this is going to be a little bit harder with this thick of a, I'm going to do a little bit thinner of a thing. There we go. No teeth, right? And that was a little bit harder to write with that tool. So what I might want to do is instead, you can also type things in. So if I click on the T, you'll notice that it gives me that kind of cursor with an A on it. I could have typed teeth. It works exactly the same way. So whatever you're comfortable with, whichever you prefer, those are the two ways you can do that. And then again, this would be up here. If I don't like the way that I wrote it for whatever reason, it was a little scribbled, I can delete them by going through like this. Look at that. And then once I let go, it disappears. So it can be kind of a cool little tool to be able to basically write similarly as we would in person on a paper book. This is just giving us a virtual way to do it. So that's kind of the main process. Last one thing you want to do, though, is once you finish maybe on the assignment, on the activity for the day, you want to click this, either the save button. So if you hover over it, it says save file. Click on that. That means anything that I added to it, like this teeth, will save. And so the next time I open it up, it'll be there. You can also click file, save as well. Again, that's super important, though, because if you exit out without saving it, then any work you did won't show back up again. So you definitely want to make sure that that's your first step before exiting out of it. Once you're done, click the X, and then you're good to go until the next time with your teacher or other ESTO staff member. But hope that helps. Hope that makes it kind of easy and straightforward of how to do that, because this can be a very useful tool. And we want to get you basically being able to learn more instead of having to waste time getting it downloaded and all that kind of stuff too many times. So do it once, do it the right way, you'll be good to go.